Good morning, Lilia. Thank you for coming at IPG Media Brand. Thank you for coming to this meeting. So you are applicant number 1130, that's correct?
Yeah.
So first of all, I would like to know, why did you choose to apply at Media Brand?
Well, I really like your company and the fact that you are global and working in different countries, and you are really diverse, and also with your employees. There are a lot of cultures and people from different countries working at your company, and yeah.
All right. First of all, I would like to know more about your customer and communication skills, because I see you worked at the supermarket.
Yeah,
that's correct. So I would like you to tell me about a time when you had to deal with an unsatisfied customer. What action did you take?
I worked at a Jumbo supermarket, and customer service is the priority number one of that supermarket. So we as employees were really focused on the service of customers and making customers happy. And there was a rule that when you were number 4 in line, you can get your groceries for free. And sometimes customers say that they are the 4th people in line, but they really aren't. So in fact, they shouldn't get their groceries for free because the rule didn't apply to them. And one time there was a woman that really got really angry because she said she was 4th in line, and I said to her that she actually wasn't. And at that time what I did was I called my supervisor, and she came to help me with that customer and making sure that there was not really a problem going on anymore. And eventually I think she got her groceries for free. But yeah.
So that was successful according to you, the actions you took?
Yeah.
All right. Yes. Could you tell me about a situation where you experienced conflict with a colleague or with your boss?
I don't know if I really had a conflict with my boss or with another employee, but there was time that my boss was a little bit angry on me because how do you say it? I didn't, because also with the same rule that I just talked before at the supermarket, the employees really had to look out for when there are that much people in line, so the 4th person in line wouldn't come there, so you have to call another counter
in order to open a new...
Yeah, so there are no people, 4 people in line. Okay. And one time I didn't call another colleague of mine to open a new counter. Yeah. So my boss was a little bit angry on me because I didn't watch, what do you say it?
You were not careful enough.
No, not careful enough.
All right.
Seeing how much people there were in line.
Have you improved? Have you taken any actions since this happened?
Yeah, they really focus on, for the employees to really focus on how much people there are in their line. So they always told me that I had to be more careful, and I improved it for the time that I worked there.
Okay. Now I would like to know more about your team skills. Because you worked at a supermarket, so I know you worked in team, and I believe also because of your education, I can see on your resume that you worked in teams at Hansa. So can you tell me about a good experience you had?
Well, at my education at the Hansa, I had to work in teams really often.
Yes.
And at the beginning of my first year, we had a simulation game where we had to make decisions over our company.
Yes.
And the team that I was working with was, they were really nice people, and we worked really well in a team. And when we had to make our decisions, we took into consideration everyone's opinion and the ideas that everyone had, and we had really listened to what the others had to say.
All right. And what was your role in this team? Were you more a leader or?
No, I don't think there was really a leader in our team because we were 4 people.
Yes.
And actually, we made every decision with each other, and there was not really one person that stood out.
All right.
That was leading.
All right, thank you. Can you now tell me about a bad experience you had with teamwork, either at your work or at school?
Well, I studied international business at the University of Groningen before I studied at the Hanse. And there I also had to work in teams very often. And one time there was, we had to, because in one course we had to work in one team for that period. And we had to deliver a group assignment every week.
Yes.
And there were different assignments for every week. And one time we had to hand in a summary of that week's topic. And one girl in my group was kind of rude to me because...
what do you mean rude?
Well, I delivered my part for our group assignment that we had because because everyone in our group had to do one specific task in that for that assignment.
Yes.
And I did what I had to do, and I sent it to her, and she said, "Oh, your work is not good, and you have to improve it." And after that, I improved it, and I said why it was why I did it the way I did the work, and she still was rude to me.
But you improved it. You decided to improve it.
Yeah, I improved it, but she still said
she was not satisfied even after this.
Yeah. So
right.
I wasn't really sure what I had to do after that.
So yeah, after you handed in for the second time, you didn't take any further action. You decided to stop.
Yeah, I thought that what I had improved was already good, and it was. I think it was kind of the same that another person in my group did.
Yeah.
So I thought if you don't like what I did and you do like what the other person did, and it's quite the same.
Yes.
So I didn't really understand why she got upset and mad. But
well, thank you. Now I would like to move to another topic, which is dealing with information and data, because you applied for this HR position, and you could be if you are selected for this position, you will have to deal with a lot of information and a lot of data. So can you tell me about a time when you had to deal with a lot of data?
Deal with a lot of data.
With a lot of information. A lot of it could be a lot of numbers, a lot of figures, or also a lot of different information.
Well, at Hanse we had different assignments where we had to deal with a lot of information and data, and most of the time we had to put that data into Excel and make figures with the data, and I think I'm skilled with Excel, and I know where to put the data and what I have to do with that kind of data and how to make figures out of it.
All right. And would you say you are able to pinpoint the relevant information out of those data? Can you make sense of a lot of information?
At one time, at the course research, we had to deal with different data and get the most important things out of it, and we had to code a text and see what categories were in those texts, and after you had all the categories, then you had to make a mind map out of it.
Yes.
And so you could really see what really was in the text, what kind of information was in there, and after that, how you
to select
to select the different categories.
All right. And another question: have you already had to deal with a lot of tasks and had several projects overlapping, several deadlines, and how did you deal with that?
Well, at Hanse, I had a lot of assignments that I had to do for each period. So there were, I had to do a lot at once, and also the deadlines were almost at the same day. So you have to make sure that you are planning your work really well in order to get to the deadlines. And I think I managed it well because I planned it over the weeks that I had to do the assignments, and
in one sentence, could you tell me, in 2 sentences, or 2 different, what went well with this multitasking and what went wrong?
What went well is that I planned it right, so I had the time to do it, and I didn't got stuck with time that I really
stick to the deadline.
Stick to the deadline.
All right.
And
for what went wrong?
What went wrong was that maybe at the end of when I almost got to the deadline, I still had to do some things for the different assignments that I had to do. That I didn't really know when to do what, because even though I had made a planning, at the end I still had to do things for every assignment, so I wasn't really finished with one before starting with the new one. So it all got in one, sometimes got one big blur of the assignments that in my head I didn't really know what to do anymore.
All right.
But at the end, it always...
You handled it
on
time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for this interview. Thank you for your time. And we will let you know our decision in about 1 week.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.